I upload Christian fiction recommendations all the time, and one of the biggest requests I get is Christian fantasy alternatives for Harry Potter. I've never actually read Harry Potter, and I am not interested, so please don't ask, but I have read tons of Christian fantasy books, so I have some recommendations that feature big, expansive worlds, lots of superpowers, young heroes, and these books were not just written by Christian authors, but these authors openly included their faith throughout the story. So you will see characters praying to God, having a relationship with Him. Some of the powers that they have were actually gifts given to them by the Lord. The Sword in His Hand by J.J. Fisher is a historical fantasy about a young woman who is trying to escape the nightmare of World War II. Unfortunately, her plane crashes in the Bermuda Triangle, and it is there she discovers a portal to another world. Unfortunately, this world is also locked in its own civil war, so it's not a great time for her to make a grand entrance. The King's Curse by J.F. Rogers is really high fantasy if you like dragons and superpowers and elves and things like that. It is about a character who has kind of access to our world and an alternate world as well. And the king of that world has convinced everybody that he is God, but she's heard of a God who is nothing like him and in fact has called her to overthrow him. I never pass up an opportunity to introduce people to my own Christian fantasy. Cross Academy is about a young woman whose village is destroyed, and when that happens, she prays to God for strength, and He gives her the gift of fire. She then attends Cross Academy so that she can learn how to master the blessing He has given her and fight back against the darkness that plagues her world. The Watchers of Many Wonders is a fantasy romance about a young woman who's actually commissioned by King Jesus to protect a certain territory in the Kingdom of Light because there is a coven of witches and sorcerers encroaching upon the land. And the only thing that makes the Prince of Demons hesitate is the pretty face of the girl he sees fighting for the Kingdom of Light. The Door by Laura Lynn Roberts is a coming-of-age Christian fantasy about a young woman who had a curse placed on her when she was younger, so she lives a lot of her life in fear that this curse will manifest one day. When she's befriended by a dog and led into the woods, she discovers a door to another world that proves far more dangerous than any curse from this world could ever hope to be. I have tons more recommendations, but not enough time, so follow the channel and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, God bless.